Welcome back, YouTube. A small update on our cast on crypt build. Quite a lot has changed. So to start with, I was introduced to a little Reddit thread that I will link in the comments below that shows me the internal cooldowns of cast on crit and Cosprees. And I kind of knew this was a thing, but I didn't realize how big of a thing it was. Turns out it's super important to have your attack rate line up really well with the cooldowns of cast on crit. And what I discovered is I was at 6.7 attacks per second, with a perfect rounding having being 6 attacks per second or slightly under. So what I was doing was I was attacking slightly too fast and I was whiffing my attacks. So I was hitting again just before the cooldown of cast on crit was up, and so then I had to wait for the next hit, even though it was like just a fraction after my hit it was ready. So I had to mess around with a lot of things to change my attack speed around. I had to buy a new Cosprees at 14%, and then I had to respec my tree a little. I ended up coming down here and getting Harrier to push my attacks up, and now on Cyclone I also had to drop Onslaught. I dropped the Onslaught jewel because having Onslaught sometimes, but not all of the time, became really bad for this build because I was changing my attack speed too often. So 9 attacks per second or 6 or 3 would be good. Anything in a multiple of 3 for no cooldown reduction. So I got myself to 8.93. So like I said, we're always looking to be slightly under. So 8.93 is pretty perfect. If I get one more attack speed, I end up at 9.04, which is just slightly too fast, and then my DPS would go down a lot. You can even see I've got a 4% attack speed craft on this ring to make sure that that happens. So balancing your attack speed becomes super important. You'll notice I also dropped the amulet that was giving me no need for accuracy, and I have gained an accuracy roll there, an accuracy roll here, and an accuracy roll here, as well as a level 8 precision, which has given me just over accuracy cap. So between those changes, I had to swap out some other gear. We ended up with quite a decent amount of energy shield. We're still attack block capped. We're at 72% spell block cap, and it is doing a lot better now. We are doing the best I can work out, and is just shy of 500,000 damage right now, which is not super high. I still want to kick that up a notch for Uber Elder style stuff, but it is clearing red maps, and it'll clear a tier 16 just like this at a very nice rate. I'm really quite happy with it. I still haven't got a Watcher's Eye, and I still haven't got a crit to attacks chest, so we still have quite a bit of damage potential to go. But the smoothness of Cyclone, combined with the ability to do damage with spells instead of melee attacks, I've really quite enjoyed. These encounters are a bit because they're boring. But overall, really enjoying this character, and if I can somehow get my damage up to about 1 mil, I will be taking this character into Uber Elder and probably die in there because I'm a bad player. But the build will be more than capable of doing it right now, in all honesty. If it was in softcore, I would have already been in Uber Elder fights. But yeah, really enjoying it. You can see its mapping is just very smooth. There's lots of shatters. I'm really enjoying it. Now that I'm not using that amulet, I am somewhat tempted to drop the blind given to me by Blood and Sand just to fit in a Herald of Ice. But the only reason that I would do this is because Herald of Ice shatters are very pretty, and I could put an MTX on it, and I feel like that's probably not a good enough reason to go with a Herald of Ice. Although, is it? It seems like it. It would be okay. But as you'll see here on these guys, I have no worries about Legion. I have so much block, I can pretty much stand in everything. I don't need to dodge stuff, even from Legion in red maps, even the reflect that comes at me. It is very tanky, and we definitely can solve its damage problems with a little bit more gear investment and a little bit of luck on crafting. So yeah, I'm pretty happy with it overall. This is definitely the much tankier way to do cast on crit, though the life assassin version will do 3.5, 4 times more damage than this, but it is very squishy. So all up to you whether you want the squish glass cannon or this super tanky version, but I much prefer the super tanky version because I'm in hardcore this league and I don't like dying. So yeah, we will spend the next few days on this, see if we can min-max it a little bit without going super crazy, and then we're going to either die on Uber Elder or Delving Deep. I don't know which one yet because I'm not there, but I will be doing both on it until it dies, basically. So it'll be fun to see how far I can push it. I will include the path of building for the way the character currently is in the description below. And yeah, it'll be fun to see if I can push this into Uber Elder and 400, 500 plus depths. That will be very fun. Alright, I am Bailey Mage. I will see everybody later.